my lovely wife is going to shoot the AIM, or the Advanced Ironsight Module, from Soft Industries. What we're going to do, we're going to kind of run her through a couple of drills, and she's going to give her impression of the sight, because she has different eyesight than I do. She's going to have different takes on the sight, and she's going to see if she can rack the slide back with it and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, I want you to try to use the sight to rack it. Like, try not to touch the, there you go. Keep going. Okay, push. All right, so you have to get used to that, but what we're trying to do, we're trying to see if this sight is viable for racking.
Oh, okay.
All right, whenever you're ready, baby, we're trying to go after Alpha 1. Alpha 1.
Huh.
Try again.
Huh.
Shoot a couple more times.
Interesting.
Same sight, picture, all that stuff. Try it again. Okay.
I don't know where that one went.
All right, go ahead and holster. All right. So where are you aiming? Are you aiming here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Like dead center?
Yeah.
Okay, so I had this happen to me yesterday. I was aiming dead center and I was hitting here. But by the end of it, I was aiming at the top, the 12 o'clock, and then I was hitting the square. So you might be anticipating a little bit.
So the red dot, you were aiming it there?
So the top of that front sight is right there. Okay, right there. Now, you see the cross right here, the hair right here? So I put the top of that red dot, or that red sight, or the front sight, excuse me, where it's equal to that. And then I would put that right there. Oh, does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll try that.
All right, let's try that. What were you doing? Were you
like the other red dot?
You're putting it right in the middle? You're putting the front sight in the middle of the window?
I think so.
Okay, good. That's what we should be doing. Okay. All right, go ahead and do it again, baby. Let's stick with Alpha 1. Stick with Alpha 1. You might be anticipating a little bit, okay?
The trigger is very sticky.
Yeah, it was very stiff, right? Because it's a Glock.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to come back till you think you're at the wall, okay? And then really slowly, painfully slow, pull it back to the rear, okay?
What a horrible trigger. But aside from the trigger, I'm having a hard time with the sight.
Oh, are you?
Used to it.
Okay, so level it out here and here. Give it a shot.
I'm still aiming at Alpha 1.
Okay, go ahead and holster for me. If this is the sight, this is the window. Let's call this the window, okay? There's a tick mark there, a tick mark there, okay? And your front sight, you want to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing?
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then your target, that square should be like that.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're doing?
All right. Let me see if I.
Okay. Go ahead whenever you're ready. See the thickness of these lines?
Mm-hmm.
Try to use the top of the line.
Okay.
Okay? There we go.
Ah.
Yeah, so the top of this sight and the top of that line should be lined up.
Okay. You try
Okay,
again.
try it again.
I don't like this gun. Wait.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So just that little bit, you can see
Mm-hmm.
the difference. Yeah, okay. Yeah, keep doing that. Yeah, there it is. We figured it out.
I did. So far, well, it's definitely different than what I'm used to. But once your eyes get used to the sight with the dots and on top and the sides, once you understand that, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm still, again, this is the first time I'm trying it, so maybe if I use it a little more, I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a bad concept. Guys, so I just tried using the Advanced Ironsight Module for the first time, and it took me a little while to get used to. I guess it took me like, I don't know, about 5 minutes to actually adjust my eyes and know where to aim with the help of my husband, who already has tried it. And once my eyes got used to it, I like it. I'm used to using the red dots or just using the iron sights. But what I like about this one is there's no glass. So if you drop it, there's no worry about breaking. Sometimes, did it break? Nope. Sometimes with red dots, as much as I like them, sometimes it takes me a little while to find the red dot. Well, you don't have to worry about it with this sight, because there's no red dot, obviously, and it's just a matter of your eyes getting used to the adjustment of the iron sights, the front and the back, and aligning it. So overall, I do like it. I don't like the gun that I tried it in. It sucked.
She hates Glocks.
But I hit my targets. We did a couple of drills transitioning. I sped up my shooting, and I hit the A zones with this new sight.
Yeah, so what we've determined is that the lines in the back of this sight, the thickness of the line, if you use the bottom of that thickness, okay, and you line up the front sight, and remember, from my last videos, if you haven't seen them, go check them out, but we're using a higher front sight. And what we had to do to hit exactly where we wanted to at 4 and 5 yards is we had to take the top of the front sight and line it up with the top of these lines. So the thickness of these lines really matter. Okay, so if you buy this and you're trying this and you're like, oh, I'm hitting low, well, you're probably using the bottom of that line. So make sure the top of these lines are lined up with the top of your front sight. That's very important. Otherwise, like, she was keyholing, really. Once we figured that out, she was hitting the 1-inch squares at 5 yards all day long. Okay. The other thing we did, obviously, you saw earlier, is that we're trying to beat the hell out of this sight. The fact that you can use this sight to rack the slide just like you can a red dot is great. But here's the other thing I didn't think about. Yesterday when I did this, we had mud caked up in here because I used my boot to rack it, and all I had to do is like clear the mud out. With a red dot, there's a window, and that window, if you get mud in there, you're likely not going to get a very good sight picture at all, even if you clean it out. So that's another thing that I literally just thought about. There's a lot of pros to this sight. When it comes to a red dot, I do believe a red dot would be more accurate. Possibly. Why I say possibly is it depends on the shooter. It really does depend on the shooter. Now, my wife and I, we can keyhole at keyhole an inch at 4 or 5 yards. Sometimes we can even do it further than that. So I think it's a good sight, and I think that probably you should try it if you like a red dot. If you have problems finding a red dot, like my wife was alluding to, this is not going to give you those same problems. Because with a red dot, there's nothing to reference where that dot's going to be except for your grip. If I have a horrible grip with this firearm, with these sights, I can actually reference the front sight to the window. If it's a red dot, you can't. There's nothing to reference on that. So a lot of people would search for that red dot.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a new shooter and a red dot's not your thing, this might actually be something you'd be considered in. If you're not a new shooter and red dot is your thing, you should probably try this too. Because we were talking about this off camera. She asked, well, what would you choose, a red dot or an iron sight, or this sight rather, the aim? And I said, well, it depends on the situation. The situation of self-defense, this absolutely. I can pistol whip somebody with this and it won't break, 1. 2, I can rack the slide with it. If it gets caked in mud or something like that, I can clear out the mud. Mm-hmm. It's super robust. So there's a lot of things that I would love to have for a sight on a gun that I can still use for self-defense purposes. If I'm doing competition, I would use this as well, but a red dot's going to be a little more accurate, I think. But we're going to find that out come, I think, next month. I'm going to go do a competition. But we're going to find that out later. But overall, like, the sight is really good. You're just going to have to take some time on the range to get used to it, just like anything.
Yep.
You got anything else?
No, I think as of now, for competitions, I would opt for a red dot, but I wouldn't mind doing a competition in the near future using this sight just to compare the difference between the red dot and the aim.
That's it. Tack out.
Thank you. Tack out.